Biden all but admits he's too old to run, but not too old to be president. They can't come up with a good excuse for him leaving the race without it meaning he must resign. But also, he's got too much left to do, perhaps because he didn't do squat while in office. He even promised to cure cancer by January.
And I will keep fighting for my cancer moonshot so we can end cancer as we know it, because we can do it.
No, you're not. The only thing he's going to do in the next 6 months is scrape his dinner plate into his sock drawer and try to turn the TV on by pointing his shoe at it. You know, I bet he accidentally votes for Trump. So he mangled the scripted speech, even forgetting what sentences were even about, like this mulch.
On that day, I told you, as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter of peril and a winter of possibilities. Peril and possibilities.
Ugh. He sounds like a faced weatherman. And we're supposed to be fine with him continuing to serve as president. He couldn't serve as a coat rack. But still, the media fawned.
This was a speech for the history books, just as when LBJ announced he wasn't going to run for re-election in 1968, and we have seen those clips played and replayed throughout time. This is the type of speech that will be replayed for decades to come.
Yeah, replayed for decades at medical schools to teach students what dementia looks like. Continue.
He asked the question, does character still matter? Well, it does tonight. It does tonight. The kid with the stutter did good. He did good. That's a good man. He fell on his sword. He fell on his sword.
This moment puts him, with a bunch of American greats, the sort of George Washingtons of the world.
This was selfless on a level, I think, that's important in a way that we talk about George Washington being selfless.
No. The only thing he has in common with George Washington is body temperature. If the media spent any more time on their knees, they'd be stars on Pornhub. What does Dr. Jill think about all this? The one who hid him from the public and the sun? She tweeted, "Thank you for the trust you put in Joe. Now it's time to put that trust in Kamala." Then she fled to France to watch the Olympics. Well, she is a fan of the deadlift. So the woman who lied to us about Joe's health wants us to trust the other woman who lied to us about Joe's health. Sorry, I've been lied to by women enough, not to mention people who told me they were women. But you know what the family did afterward? They all had ice cream.